Welcome to Real Talk with me. Completely unedited, unfiltered conversation. Thank you for sharing this moment. Meep, meep. Meep is a beautiful reset word. You can say it anytime. Meep, meep, meep. I personally love it to just reconnect in this moment and connect with my inner me. Meep. Taking a closer look at these four letters, M-E-E-P, they have a lot of meaning. So let's unpack that. Mindful for M, experiences, evolving, purpose. Now, that's a lot of meaning. So in those moments where we're able to say meep as a reset word, I invite us to think about, what do these words mean? Mindful, experiences, evolving, purpose. To be aware of everything, our thoughts, our surroundings, to experience our five senses, or maybe more. And evolving as in adapting with these times to connect with our purpose. So this is a divine question that I've been continuing to ask myself over and over again. And I keep peeling back the layers, like an orange peel, you peel it back, or an egg, you crack the shell and get down to the yolk. I'm still working my way there, but I'm grateful to be having this conversation as a community, so we are evolving together and learning from our collective experiences, especially during this uncertain time globally. So just to really be present in this moment, I'm going to light some smudge blend that I have as our first sensory experience. So since a lot of us are connecting virtually, I just invite you to notice the sound and visualize yourself clearing and letting go of any stagnant energy. So make sure you do a fire-safe smudging container if you are at home. Thank you, universe, for guiding me on this journey. Where would you have me go? What would you have me do? What would you have me say? And to who? Thank you for sharing this moment with me and connecting with your inner me. May we all be impacting the greatest good. May we share our unique gifts with this world and transpire to connect with our purpose. So this will continue to welcome in healing energy and connect us to this present moment. Our breath is a tool that we're able to connect with and strengthen ourselves with at any time. So I invite you to inhale love and exhale anything that's no longer serving you. So now that we are mindful and present in this moment, what do you seek out to feel positive? Let's think about that together. Online, I seek out blank to feel positive. what's coming to me right now is I seek out resources that empower me time. And what's interesting about this for me is that I'm always looking to empower myself, yet I have a lot of struggle pulling back those layers. So this past weekend, I actually challenged myself to a digital detox. And the intention was to completely shut off and create a scuba diving moment. So to clarify the scuba diving moment, on Friday we had a living room conversation, which is a virtual Zoom chat with a smaller group to be able to dive into a topic. So we were talking about digital well-being. And one of the other people in the conversation shared that they love scuba diving because they go underwater. It's a completely tech-free activity and no explanation is needed. They're scuba diving, they're offline, talk to you when they can. When I heard this, I literally had chills, and I was like, how do I create a scuba diving moment in my everyday? So this has been my challenge since Friday, so it's only been a few days. But after that conversation, I felt so empowered and inspired to shut off all my devices, tuck away my tech, and be fully present in the moment. Now, this was completely outside of my comfort zone, so I was exiting my comfort zone to then grow and expand. And problems or challenges are opportunities to move forward, to learn from this, whatever that means for you, and to expand our being and really accept the challenge. So I took that on, and it was such an interesting experience. Now, I did share my reaction video of a 24-hour digital detox quite some time ago. And this was truly my first time since then that I fully just off and away. And a lot of things came up for me that I wasn't expecting at all. And one of the biggest things was thinking about excuses to turn on my tech again. So once I got over those initial ego spirals trying to lure me back to my technology, I was able to be fully aware of my desire and then look a little bit deeper. So I invited myself to further reflect on, why do I have an urge to go to my technology right now? And it's so interesting, especially now during this global time, a lot of us are separated, and technology is our only way to connect and foster our relationships with loved ones. So as I was peeling back the layers, that's part of what I was uncovering. I wanted that community. I wanted my reassurance of love and connection, and a lot of it right now is only on the technology. So it's so interesting to challenge ourselves to exit our comfort zone and show up for our inner me's in ways that are different than we're used to. So for me, this transpired in writing, reading, going outside, putting my bare feet on the earth and grounding. It felt like a dream because I had no concept of time, whereas normally I'm constantly checking my invisible watch, but also the time on my phone. So it was so needed. It was beyond needed because I've been working remotely for 6 to 8 weeks now, since all of this COVID craze has started. And I told my brother, I said, I'm having a mid-COVID quarantine crisis. It was just what are we doing here? All the days are blending together. How do we like, what? How do I connect to my purpose? And I had this existential, like, what is happening? So I needed this reset. And similar to how, you know, when your device might be glitchy or whatever, and you reboot your device, we need to do that for ourselves. And overcoming the guilt that I felt from the technology was so challenging, because why? Like, did I sign a contract with Facebook saying that I'm going to dedicate like 10% of my life to just being on this platform? Like, so you can make money for your ad sales? So a lot of conversations can come from this, and I'd love to book a 15-minute conversation with you on Zoom so we can talk about whatever interests you, so we can empower our journeys together. So yeah, and it's just so interesting. And Tuesday I fully unplugged back in. Monday I took off, and Tuesday I fully plugged back in, and I was so grateful for the timing, because with the Digital Wellness Collective, we are taking on the Digital Flourishing Challenge, which focuses on each aspect of the flourishing components. So there's 6 pillars of digital flourishing: physical health, mental health, well-being, digital citizenship, relationships, and I'm missing one. That's how you know it's not edited. So to find out what the last category is, oh, productivity. That's what it is. Yes. So the Flourishing Wheel has these 6 pillars of digital wellness, and each week leading up to Digital Wellness Day, May 1st, we are focusing on these questions, one for each topic. So this week is mental health. And that was the question that I shared a couple of minutes ago. Online, I seek out blank to feel positive. So something that I also appreciate about technology, especially online, is tools that bring us together and foster connection and empathy. And I'm just so, I literally have chills right now. Daily Aloha is such a beautiful approach to this digital connection, because it connects people from around the globe to answer this one question for the day. So how it works is you answer the blank, you fill in the blank. So online, I seek out videos that make me laugh to feel positive, and you submit it into the interweb, and a cute little paper airplane goes on the screen. And then immediately you receive one from somebody else that answered that same question in real time across the globe. And it's anonymous. You have the option to show the location of where you are if that is of interest to you. And then after, you're able to have this moment of connection and share a reaction of how you felt when you received their message. And then you can go to the Aloha wall, where there is answers from all around the globe. And I was just reading and reading and reading them, and I was like, oh my God, this is beautiful, because it's crowdsourcing inspiration. We're connecting and cultivating this global empathy around this question during this really hard time. It was just amazing. So I invite you to download that app and answer our last digital flourishing question on Tuesday in preparation for Digital Wellness Day. I can't believe how fast time goes, but also so slow. So I'm interested in your experience of this remote life right now. How are you tracking time? Like, does it all feel like one day? Does it feel like many years? What's your interpretation of your perception of time? And how are you tracking it? Because for a while I was updating my Skype bio out of office to Mindful Monday, Thankful Tuesday, Wellness Wednesday, which is today, Wellness Wednesday. But another thing that I'd love to really understand and connect with the energy of what's going on right now is this Magic of I planner. It is so beautiful. Seriously, it's divine. And each day there's the aspects. Whoops, something fell. This is a Gabby Bernstein Universe Has Your Back card. Let's see if that'll focus. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. Instead of praying for an outcome, I pray for the highest good for all. So that is our universal message for today. And the aspects for today, we have a new moon in Taurus, which is super exciting. Super duper exciting. So we are planting the seeds, metaphorically. So some of the highlights for today, based on the aspects, are stroke of genius and go with the flow. So just to be fully present in this energy and the possibilities for today, genius mind zaps, big picture thinking, social media potion, creative genius elixir, days where you can access innovation and human potential, openness to new ideas and directions. A challenge to keep in mind with this energy is that it can be challenging for crazy fast change, impulsiveness, detachment from feelings, and impatient with old world ways. Oh my. Seriously, all of that is so spot on for this moment in history, just because I don't mean to be dramatic, but it feels so true. And especially the part where feeling impatient with old world ways. The old world ways are not working at this point in time in our digital age, and many of us are facing the repercussions of what happens when our infrastructure needs to be updated and we need to find new ways of doing things. So I invite us to embrace the positives of this big picture thinking, creative genius, accessing innovation and human potential, to step into our power, to innovate together as a community around the globe. And approach new ways of being and approaching these challenges so we can flourish together. Imagine that. What comes to mind? If you can imagine it, it's possible. So imagine, get really creative in your mind, visualize what your dreams and purpose is here and how it can come to be. But first, it starts here. So the other energy for today is go with the flow. Maybe intense astrology in the heavens. Surrender and go with it. Stay in the heart. Be aware of conflict, provoking, and shadow projections. Understanding creates compassion. Presence is key. Can be a good time for healing and growth. Challenges can be for feelings of overwhelm, triggered by everything, angry for no reason, and thinking you're crazy. Well, that already happened to me today. So this is really, really spot on. I do find value in starting my day feeling the energy and then finding clarity in astrology, just because you want to feel what's going on intuitively first instead of like following this as your guide. But it is very intense energy right now. I would say compassion, no matter what, is healing, because we're able to connect as people and humans on an emotional level, and it's just beautiful. We need compassion, especially now when all of our relationships have evolved to this time. How can we have compassion for our loved ones when we might not physically be there? Can we send compassion just by sharing our light with the world? Absolutely. And that's just another reason why Daily Aloha is so beautiful. And I'd love to show the Aloha wall just because it's really magnificent to see how many answers there are. Just from around the globe. It's like really beautiful. Oh, there's a little bit glare, but it's okay. This no filter action. But it's really, really magnificent. And the different colors are the moods of how people are responding. It's really great. Not all of them are loading now, but yeah, there they go. It's so nice. What's a random one? Online, I seek out content creators that inspire me from the Netherlands. I hope that this can be one of them. Such good energy. So yeah, lots of good vibes, lots of amazing things. And the Magic of Vibe Planner is so grounding and beautiful. And the fact that it's the new moon today is so special. But just one last note on astrology, just so we're all clear, because clarity is kind. It's not in the stars to hold our destiny, but ourselves. That's it. We hold our destiny. So, mindful, empathetic experiences, please, was the original acronym for MEEP. And we have evolved with our new name, Mindful Experiences Evolving Purpose. Woohoo! Yeah! So, yeah, we're evolving and learning. This week, we are evolving in that I'm recording a video and the podcast. I'm not sure how the audio is going to come out. Last week, it was a little bit on the lower audio side. So I'm crossing my fingers because, again, this is unedited to create a container of compassion virtually. So this is my heart to yours. I'm sending you so much love and light. I'm so excited to celebrate Digital Wellness Day together on May 1st. We are connecting across the globe virtually. That's so powerful to know that we're all digitally flourishing together apart. So I hope that you enjoy the celebration with us together and take your 2-minute digital flourishing assessment to get your checkup with a customized score. So based on those 6 aspects of digital flourishing, there